Hello everyone, Vincent here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about credits farming in tandem with my previous video, Endo Farming. As I've mentioned in that video, upgrading your mods require a hefty amount of credits alongside Endo, and during the early stages of the game, it is quite hard to earn credits. Credits are also important for newer players as Warframe and weapon blueprints cost credits when you buy them from the market. And just like with Endo, clearing mission nodes yield very little amounts of credits aside from a few, which will be one of the things we will be talking about in this video. Take note that playing a mission node for the first time after the daily login timer reset will yield double the amount of credits that you will normally get. If a mission node normally gives you 10,000 credits as a mission reward, it will give you 20,000 credits instead if it is the first mission node that you clear for the day. This only applies to credits that are part of a mission reward. Credit caches earned from rotation rewards as well as the profit you get from the index are not affected by this bonus and are affected by credits boosters instead. So if you're a new player that is short on credits, keep this in mind when you're playing for the first time on that day. Credit boosters can be acquired from daily logins, but can also be bought from the market for platinum. It is also one of the 4 booster rewards from Sortis. Farming credits is obviously more effective with the credit booster active, but doing these farming methods are still lucrative even without it. The earliest and easiest way of stocking up on credits is doing the mission node Seimeni on Ceres. It is a dark sector, which means that enemies will be converging into you immediately and faster, unlike Greniers or Corpus that are generally slow and like to take cover. But not only that, every time you clear this dark sector, it will reward you with a fixed 20,000 credits plus the credits you pick up from fallen enemies, doubled when it's the first node you run for the day or with the credits booster, and quadrupled if both. This is probably the best credits farm you have during the early stages of the game. When you're farming Endo through Excavation, you will inevitably acquire credit caches since Tier 3 Excavation drop tables have credit caches on Rotation A. It basically is a 2-bird 1-stone tactic, although Excavation only gives 3,000 credit cache. Still a huge help, and with how much you will be doing this mission node to accumulate Endo, you'll eventually save up some credits. The next lucrative credits farm method will be on Neptune. The index, yes, but we're going to talk about another mission node first. Laomedeia is a disruption mission node in Neptune and has credit caches in all of its rotations. With a full squad that can clear conduits quickly, you will be able to earn more credits here than the index over time. The only downside here is that Laomedeia, as of writing the script, only offers credit caches as its rotation rewards, and nothing else, aside from the universal medallion from rotation C. It offers 20,000 credits on rotation A, 30,000 credits on rotation B, and 50,000 credits on rotation C. Both rotations A and B have 100% chance of giving you this credit cache as I previously mentioned, while rotation C has a 95% chance of giving you 50,000 credits and a 5% chance of giving you a universal medallion, which you can use to get 1,000 standing points to any syndicate. And finally, the index. I've mentioned this on my Endo Farming video, but in here we're going to explore this particular game mode further. The index is an arena type mission node where you participate in a deathmatch against elite corpus units within a time limit. As with the Retomb arena, when you get killed in the index, you will automatically undergo a respawn timer and be revived once the timer ends. Be careful as falling off the cliff in certain stages will also count as a death and will activate the respawn timer. However, instead of just killing enemies, there's another mechanic that you need to do. When you kill enemies, they will drop green glowing diamonds called index points. You will need to get near these index points to collect them, and once collected, they will start to swirl around you. You will then need to deposit these index points to your designated bank location marked with the objective marker. Depositing index points will increase the timer by 10 seconds per point, and once you or the enemy reach the required index points to be deposited to the bank, or when the timer runs out, the game will end. If you win, you will be presented with an extraction screen, and if you choose to continue playing, the point target resets and can be reached again to get a bigger credit payout since the wager only gets subtracted once at the start of the match and will not be subtracted again for the next rounds. Enemy levels slowly scale per round, so be careful. If you lose a round, you will forfeit all rewards including those for the previous rounds. You can collect multiple index points and deposit them all together for bonus points. The larger the amount you deposit, the larger is the bonus, capping at 10 bonus points starting from 20 index points delivered. However, there's a catch. One index point gives you a financial stress debuff and can stack indefinitely for each index points you're carrying, plus the financial stress originally given by the risk that you're playing on. Low risk has no financial stress by default, but medium and high risk will give you 1 and 2 stacks of financial stress at the start of the match respectively. Financial stress reduces your Warframe's max health and shield and constantly drains energy. The effects are proportional to the number of index points you are currently holding, which is displayed on the upper right side of your HUD. Enemies, of course, can also pick up index points but do not seem to be affected by the financial stress debuff. I need confirmation on this one, but the matter at hand is they can pick up index points and deliver it on their bank, so you should always be quick on picking up index points. This is incredibly dangerous when you die while holding a lot of index points and an enemy managed to collect them and deposit it on their bank. There are also energy orb and health orb pickups that will spawn on specific places denoted by this white circular plate similar to the ones you see on the simulacrum. The index requires 4 players, but randomized Warframe specters will fill up any missing spots in your squad if you happen to run the index with less than 4 players. And as you might have guessed, their AI is a bit wonky, though they do strategize on using their skills and parkour maneuvers, but they're still relatively easier to kill than a player most of the time and can become free index points for the enemies. The most efficient way to play the index is to collect about 15 index points before depositing them in the bank. 15 index points will grant you 8 bonus points for a total of 23 points. You can collect up to 20, but it has a little merit as it only increases the bonus to 10 as opposed to 8, but you have 5 more financial stress debuff with you. Winning a round of index will give you the profit of the risk that you have played on. Low risk will reward you with 105,000 credits, but since you have invested 30,000 to start the mission, you will only be receiving 75,000. But don't worry, doing subsequent rounds will net you all of the 105,000 credits since the game only takes the wager away when starting the mission. Anyways, medium risk will reward you with 135,000 for the first round and 175,000 credits for the subsequent rounds. And lastly, high risk will reward you with 200,000 credits and 250,000 credits for the rounds 2 and above. And remember, these profits are doubled with a credit booster. And of course, each risk level have different starting enemy levels and will continue to scale from there each round. Mesa is pretty much a solid choice to solo the index. She has Shatter Shield for survivability, Shooting Gallery for some kind of crowd control, and of course Peacemaker to shoot every enemy down quickly and accumulate 15 points in no time. Having a full ranked Zenuric Energy Dash will allow you to mitigate the energy drain from the financial stress debuff until about 8 or so, and will assure you a constant supply of energy or stagnate the drain of the debuff while you're wandering around the arena looking for enemies. The title of this video says that you can earn small amounts of platinum. That is true. I've shown it briefly on my Endo Farm video, but let's expound it on here. As mentioned in my Endo Farm video, enemies in the index drop rare mods more often than not, and you can easily accumulate a number of these in no time. You can then use these duplicate mods that you won't ever be using to transmute and get another rare mod that you can then sell for platinum. High Noon is one of the sought out rare mods that you can get from transmuting. It costs about 10 platinum according to Warframe.market, which is a good website if you're totally new to trading. Of course, as with all things in Warframe, it heavily relies on RNG, but you can get really sweet mods from here that you can sell for a bit of platinum, or rare mods that you still don't have yet. I managed to pull 3 condition overloads way back when the mod was still in high demand before Digital Extremes finally decided to fix it, and was able to make a chunky bit of platinum and use the remaining one for my weapons. Condition Overload is still a go-to mod when it comes to status weapons, but it just isn't as good as before. Maiming Strike on the other hand seems to really have faced cremation and turned into ashes. Rest in peace, Maiming Strike. I have never used you before and never got the chance to get one before, but you will be missed. Anyways, Arbitrations also offer a hefty amount of credits after extraction, as well as other goodies which I've talked about in my Endo Farming video, and will be talking about in an Arbitrations video in the future. Arbitrations give 50,000 credits per completion and is affected by the first login per day credits bonus, which will bring it up to 100,000. And that should be it for credits farming. Like with my Endo Farming video, feel free to comment down below what you think is the best credits farm, what has totally helped you with get credits, as well as if I missed anything or got something wrong in the video. Subscribe for more Warframe content and other video game related content. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.